Victor Wembanyama's rookie season just took a devastating turn. He's officially out for the rest of the year, but this isn't some minor injury.
Today we learned that Wemby is expected to be out for the year after being diagnosed with a blood clot in his right shoulder.
This isn't a twisted ankle or a sprained knee. No, this is something far more serious, something nobody saw coming. Doctors have diagnosed Wemby with deep vein thrombosis, DVT, in his upper arm, an incredibly rare condition, especially for a 21-year-old elite athlete. Less than 10% of DVT cases occur in the upper arm, making this an almost unheard of situation for an NBA player. Now Wembanyama is facing an intense medical process. A venogram will be done to locate the clot, and he'll immediately start anticoagulant treatment, also known as blood thinners, to prevent any life-threatening complications. Sports medicine expert Dr. Haitham Shadid explained just how serious this is. The biggest concern is making sure the clot doesn't move. If it reaches the lungs, it could become a major medical emergency. The next steps will depend on its size and location. This isn't just a minor setback. This changes everything for Wembanyama and the Spurs. How will this affect his long-term health? Could this impact his playing style? And what does this mean for San Antonio's rebuild? Back in the 1996-97 season, the Spurs finished with the third worst record in the NBA. But that wasn't because they were tanking. It was because their superstar, David Robinson, went down with foot and back injuries, missing most of the season. That injury-riddled year ended up being a blessing in disguise, as the Spurs landed the #1 overall pick and selected Tim Duncan. The rest? NBA history. 5 championships, a dynasty, the best player in franchise history. Fast forward to today, and the Spurs once again have a generational big man, Victor Wembanyama. But with injuries looming and the team struggling in the standings, fans are wondering if another franchise-altering moment is on the horizon. Could history repeat itself? Wembanyama's injury has sent Spurs fans into a panic. Sitting at 24-32, the Spurs are currently 12th in the Western Conference. Not quite bad enough to be among the league's worst, but certainly not good enough to compete. And with a brutal remaining schedule featuring matchups against OKC, the Lakers, the Knicks, Denver, Boston, and more, things could get ugly fast. But here's where it gets interesting. If the Spurs plummet down the standings, they could put themselves in position for another #1 pick. And that means one thing: Cooper Flagg. If you haven't been paying attention, Cooper Flagg has taken the college basketball world by storm. The Duke freshman has been dominating in historic fashion, and every projection has him as the clear-cut #1 pick in the 2025 NBA draft. He's a 6'9" two-way monster with elite defensive instincts, an improving offensive game, and a relentless motor. A player that, dare we say, could be the perfect co-star next to Wembanyama. If you're liking this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Right now, the Spurs pick is projected at number 10. Not great, but if they keep sliding, that could change fast. Even if they don't land the #1 pick outright, San Antonio has another route: trading up. They own not just their own 2025 first-round pick, but also Atlanta's unprotected first-rounder. That's 2 potential lottery picks. Add in young assets like Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sochin, Devin Vassell, and rookie Stephon Castle, and the Spurs have serious ammunition to make a move for Flagg. If they pull this off, the NBA is in trouble. Imagine a front court with Victor Wembanyama and Cooper Flagg, 2 elite defensive forces, both with sky-high potential. This could be the foundation for San Antonio's next great dynasty. So yeah, everything just changed for Victor Wembanyama. And if history truly does repeat itself, the Spurs might be on the verge of something special. Again, NBA Twitter wasted no time reacting to the shocking news. Some fans, always looking for a silver lining, started joking about the Spurs potentially tanking their way into the Cooper Flagg sweepstakes, because of course San Antonio and generational big men go hand in hand. One viral tweet summed up the situation perfectly. All this pain just for you guys to go on another Tim Duncan run with Wemby. I wouldn't worry too much if I was a Spurs fan. Others took a much more sympathetic tone. One fan simply wrote, "Prayers up for a speedy recovery." A Clippers fan chimed in, showing love despite the rivalry. And the real gut punch? Wembanyama was on pace to become the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year. We're talking about 3.8 blocks and 1.1 steals per game. Numbers that had him leading the league in rim protection and defensive impact. But now, because of the 65-game rule, he's officially out of the running for any awards. But beyond just the awards and the fan reactions, the bigger question is, what happens next? How will the Spurs handle Wembanyama's recovery? Will they be extra cautious and prioritize the long term? Or will they push to get him back as soon as possible? Now, the Spurs have one priority: Victor Wembanyama's health. Their medical staff is leaving no stone unturned, ensuring he makes a full recovery with zero long-term risks. The early diagnosis was a game changer, possibly preventing something far worse. While it's official, his rookie season has come to an abrupt end, the bigger picture still holds promise. This isn't the end of his story. If anything, it might be the turning point. With the right rehab and time to rebuild, Wembanyama could come back stronger than ever. The road to 2025 starts now, and when he returns, the league better be ready, because everything just changed for Victor Wembanyama. Despite being the #1 overall pick in the 2023 NBA draft and already proving himself as a game-changing talent, Wembanyama is now dealing with a rare health condition. According to Dr. Shadid, cases like this in a 21-year-old are extremely uncommon. The concern? Players of his extraordinary height face additional vascular risks that could impact both his health and the longevity of his career. Up to this point, Wembanyama has been nothing short of spectacular. Over his last 6 games, he's been putting up insane numbers: 22.2 points, 11.7 rebounds, and 3.7 assists per game. On the season, he's been even better, averaging 24.3 points, 11.0 rebounds, and 3.7 assists. But it's not just the stats. His impact on both ends of the floor has been undeniable. His elite shot blocking, fluid mobility, and offensive versatility make him a generational talent. And for a rookie, that's unheard of. Yet, history has shown us how quickly things can change. We've seen similar health concerns derail promising careers before. Chris Bosh was forced into early retirement in 2017 due to blood clot issues. Brandon Ingram missed significant time in 2018 for a similar condition. If Wembanyama's situation isn't managed carefully, it could put his entire future in jeopardy. So what does this mean for Wemby and the Spurs? This could be a pivotal moment for the franchise. Do they take a cautious approach and prioritize his long-term health over immediate success? Or does this shake up their entire rebuild? Some are already speculating. Should San Antonio consider targeting a top prospect like Cooper Flagg in the next draft? Or should they stay the course and continue building around Wembanyama as their franchise cornerstone? One thing's for sure, this situation just changed everything. What do you think the Spurs should do? Play it safe or keep building as planned? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on the biggest NBA stories. Thanks for watching.